for a second as well so you guys can see me. I want to make sure that you guys can hear me. So just type it on the chat. Let me know that you can hear me, that you can see me clearly, and then we can rock and roll. See, a very international group. So tell me, guys, where are you actually calling in from? Write the country you're calling in from. I just want to see. I see we've got a bunch of people from a bunch of different countries. Botswana, Cyprus, Manchester. London. I would say sunny, but it's not, huh? Zizi, London. Barcelona. Oh, I love Barcelona. Slovenia, Bomba, France, wicked. Awesome, guys. So look, welcome to our webinar. I'm going to do my best in order to speak slowly. I know some of you that know me will think, why is Efrosyni speaking so slowly? But I'm conscious there's 3 other languages that are getting translated right now. So I'm going to do my very, very best to speak slowly. But I cannot promise everything because I'm so excited with everything that's going on right now with the company. But before I get into it, who has already watched the video that was posted live from Las Vegas with Eddie Head? If you watched it, write it down. I want to see. Chrysanthos in the house. Congratulations. You became a dad, Chrysanthos. I'm so proud of you, man. Awesome. Okay. So is it fair to say, for those of you guys that watched the video, tell me if you did not sleep last night, because I couldn't sleep last night and I was up very early this morning. Who has WV insomnia already? Okay. I'm telling you, if you don't have WV insomnia, you're about to get it even more. Okay. So there was the video with Eddie Head making the announcements. I'm going to go through the announcements right now. There was also a keynote speech by the #1 income earner in the company, my main mentor, triple IMD, going for quadruple IMD, Mr. Matt Morris. If you have not watched that, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Now, here's the thing. It's been very, very, very tough because I've known about this initiative the company has done for, a little bit of time. And I've had a feeling in terms of what's about to happen. And it's been difficult for me to keep it quiet, but I've been sworn to secrecy. And I've been telling you, I know there's a bunch of you that I've spoken to, and I said to you, the view this year is about to change the game. Every event is powerful. Every view for me is my favorite event of the year. But this view, this year, with this, the initiative, and I just want you to know, this is step 1. We have, guys, we have such a big plan to completely change the game. I am telling you, this is just the beginning. Now, some of you, maybe you didn't watch the announcements. I'm going to go through it. There's several new things that are happening right now. Firstly, DTR 3000. Every single new person that you introduce that buys the membership right now, starting from yesterday until the 24th of November, okay, this is when this runs out, they will get 3,000 Dream Trip Reward points. Now, Dream Trip Reward points, it's dollar for dollar. It's savings, okay? So if, let's say, for example, you're in your rewards platform, and it's like the Dream Trip points, okay? If you got 1,000 credits, it's the equivalent of $1,000 of discounts from your rewards platform. So if you're on your rewards platform and you see a hotel that says $100, then it will say to you, reward points applied, and then it will give you the price that you're going to pay. Okay? So let me put things in perspective. If you're doing a presentation right now, I will get to the DreamGiver in a second. If you're doing a presentation right now, and if someone signs up as a platinum or a titanium, they spend $300 and they get $3,000 worth of credits back and 300 Dream Trip points. So essentially, I'm telling someone, it's like you give me $1 and I'm giving you at least $10 back. You see what I mean? Okay? You spend $300 and you get $3,300 back. You're getting 11 times your return. I'm talking about the membership. I'm not even talking about the business right now. Okay? Welcome back does not apply, guys. If they're spending $100 to come back, they're not spending enough money to get credits. Okay? But the welcome back, I want to address what I'm going to be doing with DreamGiver to incentivize the ones that are going to be coming back in a second. Okay? So this is for new customers. It's already started. This makes you closing even easier, guys. Okay? So this is step 1. Now, step 2, DreamGiver. This is crazy, okay? So it's literally, we're coming up to Christmas, and it's very powerful timing that this is happening before Christmas. Because what are people doing around Christmas? They're thinking about presents, okay? And a lot of people, here's what they do. They spend money they don't have to buy presents they can't afford for people that may not even appreciate it sometimes, okay? But let me ask you something. I stopped giving presents to my nephews a very, very long time ago. I don't give them presents because here's what I noticed for when they're little kids. I used to give them a present and sometimes they would get more excited about the box rather than present, okay? So then I started giving them experiences. So every year they have an experience, and sometimes it's a holiday, sometimes it's an experience we're going to do together. You know, I've given them things like the simulator of flying a private jet. Okay, they're like 9 and 10, but they've been in a simulator of a fighter jet. Okay, because people remember experiences. People remember holidays. Do you see what I mean? Okay. If you turn around and you say to someone, hey, you know what? What's one place you've always wanted to travel to this Christmas? And they're like, everybody's got places they want to go to. Okay, I'm here with Stephanie right now. Okay, so say hello, Stephanie.
Hello.
Okay, so if I said to Stephanie, say, Stephanie's one of my friends, I go, Stephanie, where would you like to go for Christmas? Maldives. I just got back from Maldives and I think she's been watching my pictures. Okay. And most people, they have a place they want to go to, but maybe they can't afford to go to. I tell her, what if there was a way that I would give you a little gift that would help you get to the Maldives faster? Her eyes just lit up. Okay. Guys, I'm telling you, first, it's going to cost you less than buying someone a present. Second, they're going to appreciate it more. Now, what is DreamGiver? Okay, you give $100 voucher. Guys, this is $100 worth of value. I'm telling you, it's been tested so many times, and there's so much value in this booking engine that you're going to have access to, that literally this $100 is like giving someone a $100 bill. Okay. Now you can give it to someone for Christmas, okay? You can give it to someone as an incentive. I'll give you some ideas shortly. But if I'm sitting here and I'm giving someone $100, we're going to get the physical cards at the view. We're already placing a very, very big order. And I recommend you speak to your upline RMD or your upline IMD and place your order with them. If you don't want to sit there and spend a few hours at the queue, and risk the chance of them actually selling out, okay? Because there's a limited amount that is coming to Europe. They try to sell all of them in Vegas, the IMDs over there, but luckily, Mr. Justin Cole, our main man, managed to put some away for Europe. They're gonna go quick, I'm telling you, okay? So you're giving someone $100. When I'm giving it to them, I'm also gonna help them to activate it. I activate it for them and I put my member ID there, okay? So automatically, by putting my member ID and I give it to my prospect, when they use those savings, it's linked back to me because we get commissions on that. I'll cover that in a second. Excuse me. They get access to 500,000 hotels and resorts. It's a lot of options, okay? They can sit there, use it straight away. Now, guys, when we build World Ventures, if you really want to build a solid team, there's three main things you have to focus on in order to help your team achieve to get results. Use the product, that's number one. Get to a training, okay? And the sooner you can get them to do one of these two, the better it's gonna be, okay? Use the product, get them on a training, make the first sale. When you get someone brand new started, if you wanna build a fast team, those are the three steps, okay? And I would add, get them to download the app straight away, okay? So literally, I've signed someone up. Let's say Stefan is my brand new member, and I've sat down to do a fast start. The first thing I do is get her to download the app, write down her list, and get her to book the next event. I want to get her into a training straight away. In my mind, I know if they don't book a training, they have an expiry date, okay? And I'm sorry to say this, I know some of you don't like hearing this, okay? But the biggest killers in our business is self-belief. It's fear. Can I do this? Will this work? Will my friends join? What if they don't? What if they laugh at me? This is the things that are going on in the minds of the people. Then you take them to a big event, their mind opens and they build belief in the company, belief in the product, and more importantly, belief in themselves. And this is the key that takes someone that's got the potential and harness that potential, turn it into action, create a story, and develop a leader, okay? But you gotta do those three things, okay? Get them on a training, get them on a dream trip, use the product, and give them some action. This card means you get them to use the product straight away. It's like they got the first testimonial before they even signed up. Picture this, okay? You got a brand new prospect and they haven't joined. They're skeptical, they're thinking about it, okay? You've just finished a presentation and you tell them, listen, while you're thinking about it, have you planned what you're gonna do for Christmas? Have you planned what you're gonna get your husband? Have you planned what you're gonna get your wife? What if I give you right now $100 free gift so to help you take your wife on a holiday? And what if all of a sudden that skeptical husband goes home, books a holiday, saves $100, okay? And because they've saved $100, you also get $50 commission. If they save $50, you get $25. If they save $100, you get $50, okay? So you've made money. They've gone home, and let's say they booked a $300 weekend for a couple of nights, and they saved $100, and it cost them $200. And they came back and they turned around and they said to their wife, you know what's crazy? This was such a nice hotel. We had such a great experience, and it only cost us $200. And the wife goes, how did that happen? you know, this friend of mine that's been doing this travel thing just gave me $100 gift voucher. And he says I can get some more if I get back to him, and there's a way I can make money as well. What do you reckon the wife's going to do? They've just experienced the product. They've already got value. If their friends go, well, have you tried the product yet? They're going to go, yeah, I already did. I saved a bunch of money before I even joined. I want to let that sink, okay? They tried the product before they even joined. Guys, this is one of the missing links, okay? Because for a while, there's been companies that turn around and say, hey, look at this, we're selling coffee, okay? Whatever. But let's say we're selling coffee, and I go, but let me give you this little sachet, you can take it at home and you try it before you buy it. Or you walk into a store and they're giving you free chocolate. Have you guys noticed? There's another thing called the law of reciprocation. Tell me if you've experienced this. You're walking in a shopping mall and they have like a little tray in front of Starbucks and they go, we have the new caramel latte. Why don't you have a free shot on us? And you have a free shot, and now all of a sudden you're thinking, well, they gave me something for free. I should go in and buy something. That's called the law of reciprocation. That when someone gives you something, you feel compelled to give something back. Well, you just gave them $100. Do you see what I mean? Do you see how clever this is? Okay? It's very, very powerful. So, number one, you get the card, they get the savings, so you give it, you get commissions. But here's the coolest thing. The coolest thing for me is that you're making a difference in someone's life, because a percentage of that money will also go into helping a child, will go into our foundation. And as you know, our foundation builds schools for kids, provides fresh water in countries where they don't have fresh water. So you're making a difference, you're building a memory, you're getting value, and you're getting paid, okay? Guys, it's a game changer. But let me give you another scenario here, okay? So we have a promotion going on right now called Welcome Back, okay? Now, Welcome Back is a limited time promotion where anybody in your team has been inactive, okay, or order canceled for less than 12 months, they can come back and reactivate their account for just $99, okay? Here's how I'm using the DreamGivers. Number one, I've already called a bunch of people and told them, listen, watch this video because this is what our company just launched and we're about to change the game. Guys, it took us about 13 years to introduce over 3 million customers in World Ventures in 13 years, okay? It's between 3 and 3.5 million customers, right? What we're doing right now, our company has a goal to get out to the market 20 million of these cards. 20 million cards. Our goal is only to introduce 10% of them to sign up to Dream Trips. We're being very, very conservative. 20 million cards is $2 billion of free travel we're about to give away. $2 billion of free travel in the next 18 months. 20 million cards, if only 10% join, it's 2 million customers in the next 18 months. What do you think is going to happen to World Ventures if we do what we did in 10 years, we do it in the next 18 months? Okay? So I'm painting the vision when I'm speaking to someone that maybe they've been around for a while, they let go of their account for whatever reason, financial difficulties. And I want them, and I tell them this, okay? Pick up your phone, scroll through your contacts, I am telling you, over the next 18 months, there's going to be a bunch of your contacts that are going to get one of these cards. They're going to get it. Whether it's from you, or whether it's from someone you know, or whether it's from someone that you know that they know that they know, they're going to get it. Question is, do you want to be ahead of this wave and benefit and ride the wave? Or do you want to be one of the people that said, man, they were telling me about it and I didn't do anything about it? It's always your choice. You can say that to people that haven't been around for a while. Guys, you can say that to prospects, okay? But I want you to highlight to people what's about to happen right now. And you know me, I don't like hype. There's a difference between hype and enthusiasm. Hype is exaggerated. Hype is not authentic. Enthusiasm is when you truly believe with every fiber of your being and you have integrity to the words that you're saying with what you're feeling inside. That's enthusiasm. Enthusiasm means I'm already sold myself. That's why I've already placed an order for 1,000 cards, okay? Not for my whole team. Chrysanthos, who's one of the youngest IMDs in all of World Ventures, an amazing leader. And guys, give it up for Chrysanthos. He just became a dad literally in the last 24 hours. I mean, when I met him when he was 16 years old, I never would have thought this guy would become a dad through World Ventures. It's amazing, okay? Chrysanthos is already an IMD. He's responsible for his team. We have 32 IMDs in our team. They're responsible for their team. 1,000 cards I'm placed in order is for the new teams that I'm building and some little teams I'm building up right now. Can't build something big unless you start something small, okay? So you guys with me right now, you guys get what's about to happen, okay? If you're with me, tell me I'm in. Write it down in the chat, I'm in. I want to see who's with me right now. Man, my blood is pumping. I kid you not, my blood is pumping right now. Awesome. Guys, we're about to create history, okay? I'm going to give you a few more scenarios to prepare you, okay? How many of you know hairdressers? What if you turn around and you told your friend that's a hairdresser that they can sit there and do a Christmas promotion that every person in the next week that comes into their hairdressing salon and gets their hair done will get $100 gift voucher for Christmas? How many hairdressers do you know? How many real estate agents do you know that you can turn around and say, for every person that signs a new lease, that would give them $100 voucher for Christmas? How many people do you know that get in front of a lot of people all the time? Bartenders, someone that, you know, deals with people every single day. An insurance broker. How about insurance brokers when they're there in front of people every single day selling them insurance, okay? And they say, you know what? We're doing a promotion right now because my side business is the big business. I'm part of $1 billion travel club. And if you actually join right now and you get this insurance, I'm going to give you $100 voucher to take your family on a little Christmas holiday. How's that? Like, I'm telling you, that's one way to use this $100 DreamGiver vouchers, okay? Let me give you another example. You're sitting with a prospect. They're right on the fence. They're like, should I do it? Shouldn't I do it? Things like that, okay? You tell them, I'll tell you what, I want to help you, okay? Guys, please refrain from writing on the screen, okay? Don't write on the screen. That's not cool. Might have to kick you off. So let's say you're sitting there with a prospect and they're right on the fence and you tell them, listen, I tell you what, because I want to help you, if you get started right now all in platinum. I'm not even entertaining gold personally, guys. All in platinum is the minimum, but titanium is what I'm pushing because I want to highlight something to you. Statistically proven in the network marketing industry that the products with the biggest cost, the biggest investment to buy, have the biggest retention. It's mindset. Little risk, little skin in the game. Big risk, bigger skin in the game. Okay? I see people getting loans to buy real estate when they can't even afford to pay their bills because they want to chase freedom. Yet sometimes you give them a few $100 business that can make them millions, make them more residual income than property, with less stress, less headache, and little risk, and in their mind, sometimes not treated as seriously because it's too cheap. That's the challenge sometimes. This is the reason I'm promoting titanium first. So let's say they get started with platinum though. They get started with platinum. So today, $300 to get started, right? $100 a month. I'm not going to focus on that. Sorry, $350 if they're also doing representative. They get 3,000 credits. They get 300 points. And the icing on the cake, if you get started right now, I'm actually going to give you 4 of these cards, $400 worth of value, because I want to help you get your 4 in the next 48 hours. Are you ready to get started? Do you see what I mean? It becomes a different conversation. Sometimes the moment of decision is this small. It's literally, and I remember when I signed up 10 years ago, it was literally a small decision of a split second of, why not? Here's my card, we'll see what happens. Not many people have a breakthrough going, oh my God, I found what I want to do for the rest of my life. It doesn't happen that way. Look at the way you signed up. Most people just went, all right, let's give it a shot. For a split second, it could have gone either way. What if you make that split second work in your favor by giving them that additional incentive to get started now? And they say, oh, I want to think about it. Let's chat tomorrow. Okay. I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you 1 card right now. Let me activate it for you. Okay. You can go book your holiday. You can think about it all you like. I can give them 4 cards if they get started. I can give them 1 card because one way or another, I'm getting them into the funnel. I'm getting them into the community. Okay. See how powerful that is, right? So that's one way. Okay. What if, let's say, for example, you incentivize it for some of your friends that you want to get them to come to the view? Okay. This is how you activate it. I'm not going to focus too much on that right now. Okay. This is all in your back office, guys. There's actually a document in your back office, and there's a video on the World Ventures page. If you haven't seen this already, there's a video on the World Ventures page where it was the keynote speech by Eddie Head, our president, where he literally goes and shows real savings that they checked on Las Vegas, Kenya, all these different destinations. I was speaking to Matt Morris, and he said he checked 40 different hotels, and all 40 times our booking engine was cheaper than the competitors before they applied the points. And then after they applied the points, it became a no-brainer. So this is the crazy value, okay? So I'm not going to focus on that right now. There is a digital version that's also coming as well. But the digital version is not going to happen for a little while. It will happen in the next few weeks. We're waiting on updates. Personally, I'm just going to focus on the physical cards. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm also going to get little, you know how you get the little gift wrapping envelopes, like a little tiny envelope and it's got like a little bow on it or something like that. I'm literally going to get some of those envelopes. So it literally feels like a gift. Because, psychologically, when something looks like it's gift wrapped, it feels like a genuine gift, which is true. Okay. So when the digital cards come out, they're going to be available from your back office, and also they're going to be available from the app. if you actually log into your back office right now, and if you go under, which is your worldventures.biz, if you go into your back office and click my profile, there's actually a section that talks about DreamGiver. And you'll be able to see there the list of the DreamGiver cards they've given that they've actually been activated. Okay, so this is really, really cool. But guys, everything is in the back office. I'm not going to focus on this. Here's what I want to focus on. Forbes magazine a little while ago printed this, and they said 79 million people are going to start a home-based business in the next 5 years. We're right now in the most powerful time in our lifetime, because for our company, travel industry is already booming. Go to any airport, they're expanding it. Airports are packed, they're busier than ever right now. That's number one. Number two, technology is replacing jobs, and gone are the days when people can rely on one source of income to get ahead. Most people, have a look at your circle. They might not talk to you about it, but most people right now are living from paycheck to paycheck. There's a lot of people that are struggling. There's a lot of people where an extra $100, $200 a month can make a big difference. There's got to be a lot of people looking to start a home-based business. This is a great way to be top of mind, to get them into your community, okay? Give a card to somebody, give a card to a prospect. Let's say they get started. They give a bunch of cards. A bunch of people get started. All of this funnels back to you because you gave an introduction and you helped someone that was this close to joining make that decision that could help them to change their financial future. Now, we talked about welcome back. I want to finish off with this, okay? The biggest event of the year is coming up in Nice. I want to speak to all of you guys. I know there's a bunch of you. Firstly, how many of you guys have booked for the View? Write down, I'm coming to Nice, or in Nice, or I'm coming to the View, whatever. If you're booked for the View, just write it down. Bravo, Andre. So booked. If you're booked for the View, write booked. I can't wait to see a bunch of you guys there. Bomba. So I know there's a bunch of you guys that are booked for the View. For a moment, I want to speak to those of you guys that have not booked yet, but I also want those of you guys that have already booked, I want you to pay attention to my words right now, okay? I want you to pay attention because words have power, and your words have power to build somebody up or to bring somebody down. So always choose your words wisely, okay? We want to speak power into people. View 2009, Dallas for me. My old self was dysfunctional, was in so much debt, okay? Even though I was making money in my job, I was making £100,000 a year. Many of you know this story, but I know there's a bunch of you that don't know the story. Making £100,000 a year, only taking £50,000 home because tax gets the rest, having a mortgage, having £40,000 of credit card debt, having bills, having a bunch of things that I'm paying for. And I want you to keep this in mind. It doesn't matter how much money you're making. It matters how much money you keep. There's people in your life that make money but still have no money. Don't think just because someone's making money that they have money. And there's people that are broke that have access to money. It's all a shift of mindset, okay? Let me ask you a question. Imagine if, let's say, for example, let's say you say, I cannot afford to go to the View. I cannot afford to do this, okay? But think of a person that you love the most in your life, okay? Think of the main person, the first person that comes into your life that you love the most, that you would do anything for, that you would run through walls for, okay? And I touch wood, okay? For me, it's my nephews, all right? And now my first little niece, I'm very excited about that. 3 nephews, my first little niece. I would do anything for them, okay? There's a bunch of people that I care about, right? But if something happened to any of my nephews, I don't care what I would need to do. I'd sell my house. I'd sell everything that I had. If something ever happened to me, I would do whatever it takes in order to save them. And I'm asking you that if something happened to the person that you loved and you needed to come up with £5,000, forget a few £100, you needed to come up with £5,000 today because they needed a special treatment at the hospital. They needed something that was going to be literally a matter of life and death. But you don't have £5,000. What would you do to get that £5,000? Who would you call? What would you sell? I know some of you would be out on the street. You wouldn't care what you needed to do. If it came down to the person that you love the most in your life, you would do anything to help them. Okay? And I don't need you to write down on the chat or things like that. Okay? You're probably sitting there and I want you to just listen to those words. Let me ask you something. Most people are 1 or 2 paychecks away from bankruptcy. Most people have enough money in a savings account, and some people don't even have that if they lost their job tomorrow, within 1 or 2 months, they'd be on the street. It's sad, but most people are in that situation. And the crazy thing is, those are the same people that sometimes waste money on the wrong things. They go out drinking, spend a bit too much money there. It might be partying. It might be for a television they don't really need. Everybody has access to some money that right now is not adding value in their life. But they've spent money on that stuff. And the best investment that someone can make is make an investment in themselves and in their future. Because what if you find a way to come to the view? And what if you, in the next 2 to 3 years, because of a decision you make today, in the next 2 to 3 years, you're in a situation where you're making $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, average $35,000 a month, which is what the average IMD does. And Chrysanthos and his family are making that sort of money. And he got started when he was 16 with his family. What if that one decision that right now feels like a big decision financially, a year or 2 years or 3 years down the track, you look back and you go, holy moly, I almost didn't do this for the sake of a few $100s. Guys, this is not about the view. I'm telling this to you because this is about your life and this is about your future. And most people are not happy with their finances, and you give them a solution to change their finances, and they're buying to their own excuses because they think their excuses are real. I am talking about me too, because 10 years ago, I was that person. I was this close to not going to the view because I needed to go to Dallas, £2,000. I needed accommodation. I needed all this stuff. And I spent £330,000 buying a mortgage that I couldn't afford, essentially, and £40,000 of credit card debt because I launched my own property business. I was £400,000 in debt when I made the decision to go to the view. £400,000 in debt. Some of you say you're broke, and I was £400,000 in debt. Guys, when I went to the view, 34 days later, I hit director. 3 months later, I hit marketing director. 3.5 months, I was making 5 figures per month. And I was this close to not going to the view. I'm saying this to you because I don't know which one of you right now sitting on the fence and you're seeing what's about to happen with World Ventures. We're about to create the biggest explosion of momentum that we have ever created. And there's nothing that I would love more for each and every single one of you guys to make the decision to invest in your future and change your family tree. I hear stories every single day of people saying, my dad's broke, my mum is broke, and of course, no surprise that they're broke as well, because we usually follow in the footsteps of people around us. Okay, my parents had no time. Surprise, I didn't have time either. I needed to follow in the footsteps of different people in order to change my results. So guys, it's game on with World Ventures, okay? This has been recorded. I'm gonna post it on YouTube. Share this with as many people as you like. Get them ready. The next 10 days are absolutely critical, because every single person you get to the view is gonna make a difference for you to have the biggest end to 2019. And I'm telling you, 2020, we're going to smash every single record we've ever done in the past. So thank you for jumping on, guys. See you at the view.